But then I like to see Ben Jammy here. How is he going to be able to use Thomas Hearns? Can he get it done? And we know how technical Ben Jammy fights.
Well, it's a great clash of styles. I mean, we've seen how Boxing Fanatico thinks, how he fights off the back foot, the IQ, the uppercuts, the straight right. He tries to utilize the boxer to how they're supposed to be used, which is great. But we've seen Ben Jammy mix it up. So he's gone from pressure fighter to boxer puncher to pressure fighter to pressure countering. So this is interesting because, again, so what we've seen so far from Boxing Fanatico is boxing, strict boxing. If I'm gonna win the fight on points, I'm gonna win the fight on points. I'm just gonna win. I don't care how it comes. It's just gonna be a W. I like to win. I'm competitive. I'm gonna win. But then when it comes to, and that's been boxing off the back foot, right? But when it comes to Ben Jammy now, he's just there. He's trying to pitbull you. So interesting to see, because that can play against him here. And that could, look, round one, straight into it, on the front foot. That can play against him. Why? Boxing Fanatico, again, man. We've been saying this all over. It's cliche, but IQ, IQ, IQ. You make a mistake against this guy, he's gonna make you pay the price. So how big of a mistake you wanna make is down to you. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, round one. And we've seen both of these fighters like employ a masterful round one tactic, and none of these fighters have dropped a round one this whole night. So who's gonna drop round one here tonight? What I'm seeing right now, Boxing Fanatico with Sugar Ray Leonard, Ben Jammy with the Thomas Hearns pickup. We already talked about the attributes of these fighters, so now we can just look at the meta and the gameplay. So we know Ben Jammy, he's going to want to turn it up later in the fight, but can he put some damage on Sugar Ray early, so whenever he does turn it up, it's going to be a very tough out. Now, with Boxing Fanatico, we know he's a master of movement. We know that he can move in and out. He likes to get inside of that range and fish for that counter shot. But then he also has great combinations. And then out of nowhere, he's going to outpoint you. Okay? He's going to outpoint you. And that's one thing that you got to be careful, because he'll rack up round after round, and then before you know it, it's too late. Okay, so which game plan is going to win here, Pressy? Right now, what I'm seeing, I'm seeing Boxing Fanatico land the shots that he wants to hit, and I'm giving round one, I think, right now to Boxing Fanatico. Pressy, what do you think?
I'm also giving round one to Boxing Fanatico. However, he is being made to work here. It's not coming comfortable, and just seeing a few things there from Ben Jammy, if he can capitalize on a few things he was doing in round one and really pick up the pace down the line from middle to the back end of the fight, he can cause a real shocker here. Because I know a lot of people, the spectators, the fans, the viewers, they've all got Boxing Fanatico as a favorite here. So, I mean, Ben Jammy, I beg your pardon, Boxing Fanatico has probably been a lot of people's favorite throughout. He's got a lot of fans. A lot of people have come here to watch him. He's been selling the tickets, and he nearly got stopped in his tracks there. And what I thought he did against Prioxis, but he is here. Yeah. He is in the finals. He is fighting through the $200 prize pool against Ben Jammy, and we are in round two, which was supposed to be a 12-rounder. However, it's been picked as 10 rounds on this occasion. The fight will continue. However, down into future events, the rules must be stuck to, and it must be a 12-round final. However, we are here now.
Yo, for right now, 10-round fight. Here we go. Right now, okay. Boxing Fanatico is still employing his strategy. So what do you have to do so you can mitigate all of these punches that Boxing Fanatico is able to land? Because he's able to come in and throw a lot of punches but not have them counter. He knows when to punch. Okay, so he's going to punch whenever you least expect it, and he's not getting counted. So when you start your combination, I'm seeing him also like beat you to that combination, because when you're throwing punches, you're not counting. And so that's why I don't see a lot of counter punches being done right here. But Boxing Fanatico, you know, here he is. He's the one fighting off the back foot. We know both of these fighters can fight off the back foot and still be very effective. Now with Ben Jammy, we hadn't seen Thomas Hearns get it done tonight, but we seen him be very effective in the damage department. So can Ben Jammy be the one to actually get it done with Thomas Hearns? And if he does, Pressy, what does he have to do different that people hadn't done the rest of the night?
Land more punches than other people on Boxing Fanatico. Aside from Pride finding obviously the knockdowns, no one's really been able to rock or drop or hurt Fanatico. Obviously, aside from Pride, other than that, he's rarely been coasting. But look, if you just look there, he's been hurt with a shot. He's got to back up. He's got to regenerate himself. And just keep doing what he's doing. I mean, he's making Ben Jammy miss, right? But at the same time, Ben Jammy isn't really piling on that pressure yet. Anyway, Ben Jammy is coming with the mindset to box this one. Come up top, jab to the head, left hook to the body, which you could obviously see that he switched stance. He's mixing it up. This time he's actually boxing in and out, in and out, in and out. However, given the first 2 rounds to Boxing Fanatico, including this one, if it goes the same way, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at the way that they're circling each other. You want to always circle away from that power hand, but in this case, it's kind of tricky because Thomas Hearns, his most powerful shot. Look at
he's
he's a boxer. He's 4-0. Can he get the knockdown, Pressy?
Wow, 5, 6 left uppercuts and hooks there by Fanatico. What am I seeing? Really trying to showcase that hand speed and his left hand, but couldn't get the knockdown here. Smart, didn't get overzealous. 30 seconds left in the 3rd round. Fanatico just takes his foot off the gas. Ever so steady, right uppercut. Oh my!
Out of nowhere, Press! Look at that shot!
Fanatico doesn't see it coming, and it's the punches that you don't see are the ones that are really gonna hurt you. And tasting the canvas here now, Ben Jammy. What is he gonna do? Plenty of time left. Well, 20 seconds left into round 3. It looks like Ben Jammy's the corner is gonna have to have a serious word here with him going into round 4, Boxer.
Yeah, now we hadn't seen nobody put Ben Jammy in this predicament this early in the fight. You got a lot of time left. You can't collect yourself. We seen Hearns come back before. And if somebody can do it, it's going to be Ben Jammy. But we know Boxing Fanatico has really... And look at that. Yeah, Hearns actually has a round. So, I mean, even though that you're down, you got time to turn this around. All right. Ben Jammy knows this. We know he comes on late. He did get knocked down, but this is not the end of the match. Okay. So, Boxing Fanatico, what do you do if you're Boxing Fanatico? You're going to keep it. You're going to keep doing what you're doing. But I want to see this turn up from Ben Jammy because we seen it. We seen him start slow and then end fast, pressing. So right now he's faced some adversity. But if you want to be a champion, you want to be the winner of this tournament, you're going to have to face some adversity at some time. Okay? So can he get through this adversity, get the win to the $200, but he's going to have to go through Boxing Fanatico to get it. It's going to be a tough job, Pressy.
It is, but you know what? He did face adversity, Colin. I didn't think he was gonna get up from that right hand. That was an absolute peach of a shot. And for him to get up says, he's rarely dealing with that, but that is not gonna win him the fight. Him picking himself up, him facing adversity, and him pulling it to pieces is gonna win him that fight. However, he's over the first obstacle of getting up off of that canvas. Now it's time to go to work and let his hands go.
Yeah, man, in Boxing Fanatico all night pressing, just putting on a master class of performance. Literally,
No, he's got to be careful there, Boxer.
Yeah, be careful. But you got 3 fights here with Boxing Fanatico. Literally can be tutorials on how to play Fight Night Champions, maybe even ESBC. This is gonna be scary. Boxing Fanatico putting people on notice, man. But this thing right here, you got to be careful, like you said, Prezi, because all it takes is one counter shot with Thomas Hearns with that 20 right hook, and then that's all she wrote. I'm expecting to see some tide turn at some point with Ben Jammy, because this is coming in the middle of this fight. Round 6 and 7, we know Ben Jammy is gonna come and really put it on, because he likes to preserve that stamina. He likes to preserve that endurance and then give it to you later in the match.
Did you see him come out straight away? The first thing Ben Jammy did was switch stance there. That's because the cut over the left eye. So orthodox stance, your lead hand, your left hand, your jabs in front of you, meaning the left side of your face is there to be hit. It's at the front, where your right side's on the back side.
Gotcha.
So before it's too early in the fight to get hit on the same side, it's time to switch stance and try to preserve that cut. Maybe the corner could do a good job on preserving the cut, and maybe you come back and switch things up.
Yeah, so if I'm hearing you right, Hearns would have a cut on his left eye, so he wants to put that on the defensive side, so it's not in front.
Yes.
Yeah, nice eye to see that and understand that and explain that to the people out here, because a lot of times people think that you just sitting here pressing buttons. These guys are employing strategies. There's a lot of games inside of the games. There's a lot of metas in terms of who you pick up, what you're going to do in each round. Are you going to put your foot on the gas? Are you going to take it off? What do you do after you knock somebody down? What do you do after you get knocked down to get back in the fight and to stay in the fight? So yeah, these are some things right here. Let me switch back to a southpaw stance from a traditional orthodox. You probably lose some power and some speed, but you put that cut on the defensive side, harder to hit. So it's a lot of meta being deployed here. Both of these guys have a lot of experience, but Boxing Fanatico right now, Prezi, I'm seeing he's a master at moving his head and swaying. And that's one thing. When you talk about Sugar Ray Leonard, it's going to be tough to hit him because he has good head movement.
Absolutely. And he's rarely, the key for Fanatico from the round 1 to the finals here, where he is now, it's been the uppercut. It's been the uppercut and the backhand. And I'm surprised, I'd like to see, because I'm actually surprised that, the uppercut has been there all night, right? That's clearly been the key here. And I would have liked to see someone try to counter that, use that to their advantage rather than his. Maybe it's his timing, maybe it's easier said than done, but the key is there, and I haven't seen anyone use it. So when he's ripping that right uppercut in, sidestep to the left hook around the uppercut, that's the money shot. And I haven't actually seen anyone utilizing that. And I wouldn't want to be throwing that shot. Personally, my first option would be to throw it off a lead left hook. So this is not the position I want to throw it in. I would want to be in the orthodox stance. He tries to rip that right uppercut in, sidestep to the lead left hook for me. It can start making Boxing Fanatico think about that uppercut and start being a bit shy, a bit gun shy to use it, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. You got to give him something to think about, because Boxing Fanatico right now, he gets in there and he's going to have his way with you, because he's really fast on the trigger. Like, after he throws his combination, he's already looking for the counter shot, and then he's not going to miss too many of those counter shots. And even when the counter shots are not there, he's good at sidestepping, like you're saying, and throwing a shot and going right through that guard. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing that sidestep, and we're seeing him go right between the guard. And then it might just be one shot, and now he done scored. And then now you're trying to throw, and he's bobbing and weaving, and then hit you with a counter. And this is why Boxing Fanatico finds himself in the finals and beating a high-level fighter right now like Ben Jammy. He just gives you a lot to think about. He's hard to hit, and then he also can hit. So we're seeing a masterclass performance, even on both sides. But like I said, you got to be careful with Hearns because he is very powerful, and we've seen it time and time again here tonight. Him come back off of nowhere. And then lastly, the 18 in that head movement by Sugar Ray Leonard, but it's just a 15 in head movement by Hearns. So you got a little gap right there. But going into round 7, Pressy, we know Ben Jammy is going to turn up the heat right now. This is when he likes to pour it on, Pressy.
Absolutely, and just have it. Oh, right uppercut, there it is. The money shot, right uppercut, left hook, right uppercut, left hook to the body, left hook up top, to the body, left hook, right and up top. He's got to be careful here. Don't want to be caught overzealous and get caught and put onto the canvas yourself here, Boxing Fanatico. Doing the right thing, taking the back step while getting caught in the pocket there by Ben Jammy and just taking his time, winning the fight, hurting his opponent. But again, the money shot, that right uppercut, tasting one of his own here by Ben Jammy. Good stuff, Ben Jammy, bringing that pressure on. Not shy at all, but he's got to be careful because Fanatico will capitalize and counter you and put you out if he can. He doesn't leave room for mistakes. If there is something to capitalize, he will capitalize. He won't let you get away with huge errors.
Yeah, wow. Boxing Fanatico landing a huge right hand there to stun Ben Jammy. But the thing is, I want to know, I'm surprised that he was able to survive that onslaught of left and right hooks and all type of combinations. That just shows you just how much experience Ben Jammy has just to stay up on the canvas, on his feet in that scenario, because he was hurt with a huge shot there. And he was able to weather that storm, definitely losing his round, but he didn't get knocked down, and he's still in this fight, Pressy. But even though the chips are down, what do you have to do? I'm thinking, Pressy, you got to pour it on at some point. You come in at the end of the seventh round, going into the 8th. I think you kind of want to survive this round, this last 5 seconds, and then once you get some of your stamina back, maybe you come out and just try it again, live to fight another round.
It looks like Fanatico is the one actually with the cut. And look at the unofficial Teddy's Atlas's scorecard here. He has it a tie going into the 8th round. However, this is not the official judges' scorecard, so the judges could have this completely the opposite, completely different way. However, Teddy Atlas has it at 66-66. Now, this is interesting. Can this change the way they fight? Both guys, now, you might have someone trying to put on the pressure, and then in round 8, round 9 and 10, I know I won round 8. Round 9, I'm going to make my opponent come to me. However, that is unofficial scorecard, so you don't want to go off of that. It's high risk, as we've seen with Pride and Boxing Fanatico. Very different official scorecards there when they fought. However, this is Fanatico versus Ben Jammy. This is the finals of EBL Day 1 $200 tournament. Who is going to take the cash prize home? Boxing Fanatico eating some hefty body shots there by Ben Jammy, and I had a close look in between rounds at Ben Jammy. I don't think he is cut, he just might have some severe swelling. It's Boxing Fanatico with the cut. Doesn't look too serious. In a minute or so, if he goes back to the end of his corner, looks like they'll go straight to work on that cut. But both guys, phone booth stuff here, mixing it up in the pocket boxer.
Wow, if Teddy Atlas has this thing tied up, and we're in the 9th round, going into the 10th round, this is very interesting. And that's the thing, you never know. You can't get too comfortable right now. Even though you might think that you're putting on a masterclass performance and you got a couple of rocks, you just never know if you're up in this fight, because Ben Jammy has been landing a lot of shots. He has been doing some damage. And then out of nowhere, you know how Hearns can get a knockdown, get a flash, can definitely change the complexion of this fight. We're going into the 10th and final round. Pressy, this is for the $200. It's no more rounds after this. You already had a spectacular night. You're fighting the best of the best right now that EBL has to offer. You gotta lay it all down on the line right here, right now. All the chips in the table is nowhere else to go. We're about to see skill on top of skill, Pressy. Let's analyze what we're seeing right now. These guys are in a phone booth. They're fighting. No, both fighters going forward. Nobody backing up, Pressy. I'm seeing a lot of nice counter movement right now. Nobody's landing some huge shots, Pressy, but they're dealing a lot of damage. What are you seeing here, Pressy, in the 10th and final round? Well, this is the ninth round.
Said that toe-to-toe phone booth stuff here. They're both fighting it out down right to the wire. They are both not taking any risks here with leaving it to the judges, because this is anyone's fight by the looks of things here. And I mean, Boxing Fanatico mixing it up. Back off the back foot, head, body, the right uppercut. And again, I'm still would like to see the sidestep left hook round the uppercut here from Ben Jammy. Hasn't utilized that counter punch, but look, left uppercut, Boxing Fanatico on the canvas. What devastating, and a cracker of a punch there by Ben Jammy. The referee counts to 5. I think Fanatico's gonna buy his time, get up to 8, regroup himself, shake it off, and try pick himself up and move forward here in the 9th round, boxer.
9th round, and we seen it. We seen Ben Jammy and Hearns, they pour it on early. And this is a similar situation that Boxing Fanatico find itself in against Prioxis, getting knocked down late. Because one thing that Boxing Fanatico, he does have a lot of output, and at the end of the fight, he can be a little bit weaker. Ben Jammy actually employs the opposite strategy, where he's going to be stronger at the end of the fight. And if Deadly Atlas has it tied up here, going into the 10th round, Pressy, this is everything. Everything on the line. You know, this right here is where legends are made. Even in EBL 1, how more exciting can it get than this? You might have a tie match. I mean, we got a knockdown. Boxing Fanatico could be up, Pressy. Ain't no telling. We getting ready to see some fireworks, Pressy.
Absolutely, and an insane event it's been from the very first fight. I mean, it's probably, I think it was from the 2nd fight we was announcing fight of the night, the 3rd night fight of the night, then the 4th night fight. Absolute insane action-packed night here of boxing on eSports Boxing League. Absolutely insane. This is just the beginning. This is just the build-up. This is just the pilot show for what's to come down the line. Both guys trying to fire that uppercut home. Who will find it first, and who will land the most significant strike? It looks like Ben Jammy is really trying to breathe down Fanatico's neck and trying to apply that pressure here, boxer, with 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the final round.
Yeah, Boxing Fanatico landing punches of his own. I'm seeing that head snap back on both sides. Both of these guys' heads are just getting snapped back right now. I'm surprised somebody hadn't get knocked down. They're going for the $200 right now, coming down into the last 1 minute and 10 seconds, Pressy. It's all on the line right now. The judges can have it going either way.
For me and my books, and it looks like Fanatico is right here with 1 minute left in the... With 1 minute left in the final round, can he gather his senses? He's just trying to fire back right off of instinct here. Boxing for what a pinch of a punch. What a right to counter. Just makes Fanatico miss his right hook, and Ben Jammy fires his own. And I believe Ben Jammy might seal this victory here in EBL 01 $200 tourney finals, boxer. 25 seconds left. I'm off to see. The crowd are going wild. The crowd are on their feet, and it looks like Ben Jammy at this time. They are fighting fire for fire. Why can't we have 5 more rounds in this here, boxer? Look at the stamina. They are both going for broke. And that is the end.
All the way to the wire.
Wow. It's over just like that.
Who is it going to be? Can we get a drum roll? Wow!
And your winner, Ben Jammy with the upset over Boxing Fanatico here in the finals.
Look at these scorecards. The last 2 rounds, Pressy.
I told you the next knockdown wins this fight, and that's what happened.
Wow, what a competition, man. You couldn't ask for a better fight card. I mean, a better fight.
Absolutely unrealistic. Absolutely insane. Like, the script keeps getting ripped up round after round after round. Absolutely insane. I just want to rewatch this tournament. I want to go through the highlights. I just want everyone to go again. Let's not end. Looking forward to the next one. Insane energy, insane night of action, and a big congratulations to Ben Jammy for wrapping this tournament up and winning the $200 cash prize.
Yeah, definitely. $200 cash prize. You beat Boxing Fanatico, one of the best. I want everybody to stick around because we got a couple announcements here. The first one, if you're in our Discord, make sure to join our Discord because we're going to start having more of our fight cards that we're going to start making. This has been an amazing first event. EBL 1 wrapped up in the books. Couldn't have been more proud of everybody. And to show our thanks, not only are we giving $200 to the winner, we got a nice credit roll. If you was involved in this thing in any way, you're probably going to be in the credits here. And if you wasn't in the credits, you think you should, just get at me in the DMs like you guys always do. And also, I'm going to have to get with Grappler. I know we're going to have some payouts here for everybody that participated. We're going to have some payouts for coins. These are coins so you can buy the cards, the virtual currency payouts. If you made it through round 1 or round 2 or even the finals, so you can buy some virtual currency for the coins. And then, of course, the $200. But, man, it's been a great night. Man, can't wait to go back and watch that video and make all of the content. Feel free to use it. Pressy, any last words in closing before we get ready to see the credit roll and wrap up the night? Wow.
I mean, an absolute insane event. Honor to call the card. It was an honor to have everyone take part. It's an honor to be part of this amazing movement. It's a part this league that we're trying to grow. And hopefully, onwards and upwards, looking forward to eSports Boxing Club, looking forward to putting this on a big stage and with more fighters, a new game, the mechanics, everything that ESBC has presented, from the fighters, the roster, the belts, WBC, all the major belts, all the tournaments to come with it, all the fight cards that are going to be put together. And we've even got more, but we can't say too much just yet because we're in the swing of things. So we've even got more things coming aside from the events, the fight cards, the tournaments, and the actual player cards. With the player cards down the line, aside from the priority and stuff, we're going to add on some things there. We're going to grow that side and make it more fun and interactive and things. But once we get there, you'll find out. And as well with other, can't say too much, other goodies and stuff that we've got coming up. Can't wait to implement all these things, start putting them together for you lot so we can all have fun with it. I enjoyed tonight. The electricity, the atmosphere, the support, the energy, absolutely brilliant. Can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks to the community for putting it together. This is a league for the community. We don't have this without you guys. Boxing Fanatico, Prioxis, Ben Jammy, Name, all of the reserves, Goat, Yeedicus, J Nose, Brahmi, K42G, Swab Jamie, Young Poe, and Cameron, Rax. You know, man, thank you guys for putting it together. And man, we'll think about whenever we're going to do EBL 2. But yeah, big shout out to Tobias running production. And Tobias, send us to that credit roll. Check for your name in that credit roll, man. It's been a good EBL 1. This is just day one. Just day one. Congratulations to
Box on your beats, boy.